We are counting down, I know as parents, to the start. Well, some kids are already back in school with the year-round calendar. But something that you said before we went to commercial here, because we do a lot of these in the news business on Breakfast Television, getting ready. But something you said struck with me, and it's not what you can do to prepare your kids for back to school, not how much more you can do, but the opposite. What do you mean by this?
So we still need to prepare. But as we're thinking about plans for going back to school, there's this idea that to be a really good parent, I have to do everything for my kids. No. In fact, the more opportunities we can give our kids to learn how to do things for themselves, the better we're doing at getting them ready to be adults.
The less you can do to prepare them.
We want to do less. So we plan with them. It's not like we just throw them in the middle of the pool and say good luck. And this is what it's about. We've got some time before they go back. So let's pick one thing, maybe two things that they can start to do on their own. Take the time to teach them how to do it, and then allow them to do it. Okay. We don't have to do every single thing for our kids.
But there is that thought that maybe it's ingrained, maybe it's a helicopter.
Yes.
But before we get to some of the examples of what these kids, what we can start with, what ages are we talking about for these school kids?
Well, I would even say start with 2.
Really?
So here's the thing. At Parenting Power, we always ask, what are you doing for your child that they could be doing for themselves? Because when we do things for our kids that they can do for themselves, we're demeaning them. We are removing their meaning. When kids are little, who they are is about what they can do. I can tie my shoes. I can hang up my coat. I can brush my own teeth. So if we want them to have those experiences of feeling like they have purpose, like they have meaning, then at every age, other than when they're an infant, we can be starting to think, what could they do by themselves? Could we put a low hook for a 2-year-old for them to put their own coat up? Can we put the dishes in a low cupboard so they can help to start setting the table?
Their own sections.
Yeah.
So these are examples around the home. Yeah. What about examples going to the classroom and getting ready in the morning?
And so like music class, or for kids who aren't going to school, or preschool kids, let's start them packing their own bags. And that doesn't mean we tell them what to do. It means we sit with them at a time where we've got time, and we make a list, and if they aren't reading yet, we make pictures. What goes in this bag for music class? What do we need to take to preschool? What are the things we need to take to grade 8? What are the things, and we make a list. And then we have them start to do it. And we don't boss them around. We say, what's on the list? What do you need to do next? Let's get this ready. And so gradually, our kids learn to do this for themselves.
So it's more like you're checking on their work at the end, but leaving the work to them.
Sure. And with little kids, obviously, you're going to be doing it with them. So we always start off doing it with them, then having them do a little more and just watching and checking at the end. And then eventually, they're going to be able to do it on their own.
Full disclosure, and I've got a preteen and a teen in the house. I am still, I'm worried I might get in trouble for this. I am still making their lunches because I don't want to hear the complaining.
Sure. And so there's going to be that piece of time where they say, oh, get over it. Like, you're the adult. They need to learn how to do it. So deal with the complaining. You can handle it. You've had worse things to deal with in your lives. And, well, that's one option. And it's okay for them to complain. So the first time you bring it up to them, they may complain. And you say, yeah, I get that you don't like it. We're going to make a plan for this on Saturday. So start wrapping your head around it. And then you get together and you say, so how are we going to do this? And if your kids are too young to do this, or if you're feeling like, but it won't be healthy, then start to make a list. You need to have something from this group.
Items.
You need to have something from this group. You need to have something from here. It doesn't have to happen all at once. But if we never start it with our kids, then they get to adulthood and they don't have a clue what they're doing. Yeah. And our job is to prepare them for their own path.
Prepare them. You always make it sound so easy, and I guess we do have the time. Thank you very much, Julie.
My pleasure. Good luck to everybody.
Parenting Power, getting set off on the right foot for school 2019. Around the corner, summer is not over yet, although yesterday was a scorcher, a bit of a cool down on the way. 7-day forecast around the corner.